Bruce McLaren couldn't rest on a laurel if he tried. So how could we? The McLaren 650S Spider.
But the automotive company as we know it today is really only 4 years old. We built and sold our first cars in middle of 2011, the 12C, through to the end of 2013 where we turned our first profit, and now into 2014, and it's all about the 650S we can see here and the P1 that's been having great publicity. Well, being a technology leader presents you with challenges. Obviously, it means you're at the cutting edge. You don't take anything for granted. And we're always looking for new solutions. We have some of the best engineers in the business, and we have some of the best partners, because you can't do everything yourself. The nature of this business is you rely very heavily on the partnerships that you have, whether it be technical partnerships or service partnerships across the business. We don't just sell a car, we sell a product and a service and a relationship, and so people need to enjoy the total ownership. It isn't just that the car's great to drive on the days that you're driving it. Actually, you enjoy the relationship you have with McLaren, and the car is well maintained and performs faultlessly for you. The relationship McLaren has with Unipart is it's quite special really, because it's on a number of levels. We're actually good friends. The whole team at Unipart, I think, really enjoy the relationship they have with McLaren. So it goes a little bit beyond just a simple business partnership. And the business element probably splits into two halves. There are direct elements of business that Unipart do for us in logistics and in after sales, where they provide a service and they're ongoing contracts and they'll be a partner for the long term. But the other area where Unipart have been invaluable to a company like ourselves, which is a small company starting up, is they've been able to come in on occasions where we've had challenges that we couldn't meet with our own team, and they've been able to provide a solution. I think engineers always work well with engineers, so even if what you're doing is providing a service rather than designing or manufacturing a product, it helps if you technically understand the elements of the business. So how do you know the parts to prioritize if you don't understand the function of the parts in the car? And I try to remember all the things Unipart do for us, but right now Unipart, they supply components, so we buy fuel rails directly, so they're a manufacturing supplier to us. They provide us with logistics support, they provide us with after-sales support, and as we're going into markets, as I say, we've recently moved into Asia in a big way and opened in China. We're talking about other expansion into areas like Russia and South America. Then Unipart's a natural partner to help us, because actually they've been in those markets before we have. And Unipart's standards in terms of service are absolutely without equal. So we've been able to set standards in after-sales performance that actually bettered the market. Well, I say we've set those standards, we've kind of asked for those standards, and Unipart have delivered them on our behalf. So it's really having this common objective about being the best. And if you pitch to be the best, then you've got a very good chance of achieving it, particularly if you've got the right people in your business, which I believe we both have.